other news now, banks including HDFC, ICICI and Axis Bank have resumed charges of 150 rupees per transaction. This amount will be chargeable for cash deposits and withdrawals after the initial 4 free transactions every month. In a circular released by HDFC Bank, it says charges will apply to savings as well as salaried accounts. The bank will also cap the third-party cash transactions at 25,000 rupees per day, while cash handling charges will be withdrawn with effect from today. We are on Chief Business Correspondent Sumit Chaturvedi now joins me live from the newsroom. Sumit, another move there. This charge that is being levied is particularly high, signaling that the government there continuing with its push to, push in for more digital transactions.
Well, Sana, that is really the case, that government really wants people to go for more and more digital transaction or card transaction or e-payment or e-transactions. Keeping that in mind, many banks had earlier done it, like ICICI Bank had done this in January only. Now HDFC Bank has done it. So there would be minimum 150 rupees charge which will be levied if you go for any cash transactions beyond first 4 cash transactions in your banks. So first 4 cash transactions will be free, which will either be cash deposit or cash withdrawal. But beyond that, if you go, you have to pay 150 rupees per transaction, which is quite a good amount for any customers. Keeping that in mind, more and more people will go for these kind of transactions. In fact, I mean to say that these kind of e-transactions, that's what the purpose of the government is. So clearly, that step has been taken by ICICI, HDFC and Axis Bank now. Moving forward, we expect other banks to follow suit because this generally happens in a competitive atmosphere. So here, government is going to push for the cashless economy. So that's why people more and more, they are going to go for e-kind of transactions. Earlier also, government had put a ban on depositing more than 5,000 rupees account into salary account.
Right.
So these going forward, we expect more and more steps to be announced of this sort. Well, this particular 150 rupees transaction would be levied for both salary account as well as savings account. On the other hand, for no-frills account, the 150 rupees charge will be levied only on cash withdrawal, but there will be no charge on cash deposit. That's why this account has been kept out of this ambit.
Sumit, very briefly, just before we wrap up, for the benefit of our viewers who are still perhaps learning about this or may have some additional doubts, is this transaction fee of 150 rupees, fixed amount, or will it increase with the amount that one, withdraws at one point in time?
So, Sana, this varies from bank to bank. Like in the case of ICICI, it will be rupees 5 transaction per 1,000 rupees with a minimum of rupees 150. So in the case of ICICI, it can go up definitely. But in the case of HDFC, it is 150 rupees fixed. So it will vary from bank to bank because it's not a government order. Banks are taking these steps on their own. So keeping their demand, their supply, and also their customers, banks are taking these steps. So in the case of ICICI, yes, it's flexible. It can go up. But in case of HDFC, it is fixed.
All right, Sumit, thanks so much for giving us some clarity on this news that's come out. Of course, another move there by the government to increase the number of digital transactions in the economy post demonetization.